everyone. Welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper, and today I'm chatting with Caroline Rhea. The actor and comedian stars in the family comedy Sydney to the Max as Judy, a progressive grandma helping her son raise his preteen daughter. Take a look.
Grandma, help.
Don't worry, girls. You watch your kid, I'll watch mine. Okay, boys, I rented you a bunch of movies, and you have the number of my new mobile phone.
Whoa, you got the new tiny one.
I did. Now remember, I'm trusting you without a sitter. If you mess up, I will make you regret the day you were born. Have fun.
Put your hands together for Caroline Rhea. I like to watch you watching the clip. That was fun.
You know what? I don't ever watch myself on anything, so I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, there's the show. Yeah, it's bizarre.
That's the show.
Yes. You see, in here, I am the grandmother, but normally I have glasses, and when they did the photo shoot, they forgot the glasses.
They could just Photoshop those in?
And then, no, and I was not in that original photo shoot, so that's why Ava Kolker looks like a doll. like she's been, look how tiny, like a little tiny Barbie doll right there. And then, yeah, young and then older.
So explain.
Child. Like this is, that Ian Kessler is Jason Dollinger grown up. And then this little guy, Christian Simon, you have to watch because he's going to be a star.
He is so dynamic.
He is amazing, and he's also above and beyond the show. He's just a brilliant dancer. And then this is beautiful little Ruth Riggi, who plays Ian's daughter. See? But then Ian and I are only like 11 years apart in age. So every time he calls me mom, I honestly want to punch him in the face.
Well, when I first read the premise of the show, I was like, Grandma. And then I see that they gave you the wig and they put you in the...
I'll tell you what happened. They told me, we're never going to use wigs. It's just you could be a grandmother in the Midwest. I'm like, I absolutely could. I had my daughter super late, and they can't even understand. They're like, what do you mean you had your daughter so young? I was already like a great grandmother by then. I'm like, anyway. And so then they were like, no wigs, no glasses, nothing. It's just going to be you, and then we'll age you down to be like in your 30s. And this is why I took the part on Sabrina, okay? I was going out with this guy. We went to Hawaii. We broke up before the pictures were developed. That's how long ago it was. There was no digital, okay? And then Nell Scavell, who created Sabrina, called me and said, I can't believe you passed on this show, because my managers had passed on it like 6 weeks earlier. And I go, I don't know what show you're talking about. And she said, it's called Sabrina the Teenage Witch. We want you to be one of the witches, the aunts. And I go, well, what happens? And she said, well, your character, this is literally how I base my career. She goes, your character imprisoned a man in his ring for not loving her. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because I really thought I would then have that skill. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I am so imprisoning Harry Back Steve in a ring for the rest of eternity, stuck in amber. That's what I thought. And
because you're a method actor.
Yes, of course. And then in this show, all I heard was, and then you'll be back in your 30s. And I'm like, I'll do it. Like, I'm not a good listener. I should make better decisions based on more information.
Or maybe you're the best listener because Sabrina, I mean, Aunt Hilda was amazing. And then obviously this role, you guys already got picked up for a second season, so it's working.
Yeah, I know. You know what? In acting school, they tell you never work with children or animals. Only children and a talking cat. That's like my whole career. I've not been paying attention.
Well, you're making great choices. I got to check out 2 episodes of this show, and I do love this premise, though, of he's raising his daughter, but he's able to flash back, and you can see him kind of learning the lessons that, you know, that his mother taught him when he was young.
Well, it really shows that regardless, I mean, like, these are sort of the test of time. Like, you go through the same. I see I had a lisp as a child. Now it's all coming back. You go through the same things in the 90s, or he's going through with his daughter. These are universal themes that you go through with your kids. And I have a 10-and-a-half-year-old who is just beyond hilarious, because this is how I refer to my daughter. I'm like, that beautiful, tall girl is my daughter. And then I happen to overhear her say, do you see that woman who happened to give birth to me? That's my mother. And I was like, what? Like, I'm used to us being, she's going through the tween phase.
But I have seen on your social media, you do really, like, describe her so adoringly. Like, you love her. It's so beautiful.
She is my little, but she's hilarious. She's a negotiator. Like I said, there's 4 rules for summer. She goes, 3. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 4 rules. Like, you have to hear all of the rules. You don't even know the rules. Anyway, I told her, I'm like, you have to have a shower by 6, 9. I was like, my mother, do you have children?
No.
You're just a child still.
I'm
You're a baby.
I'm an
Are you-
adult child.
You're an adult child. Are you married?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. What did I just become 100? What happened? I'm already having to live with the gray wig.
You're asking serious questions.
This is what I was going to tell you.
nervous.
This is what I was going to tell you. So we do the pilot, and I have like no wig. It's just me, and then younger, right? And all of a sudden, I go into the hair and makeup room, and there's like the wig, Vicki Lawrence's wig from like Mama's house, and like 40 sets of glasses. And I literally laugh. I go, "Oh, what are those for?" And they go, "You." And I'm like, "What?" And then the producer comes in, terrified, and he goes, "It's reading like your brother and sister. You have to wear the wig." And I was like, "Well, why doesn't he wear a wig?" Anyway, so then the glasses are ridiculous. It's very interesting playing different ages, how you get the response you get.
I was gonna ask, when you put on the wig and you put on the glasses and the jumpsuits, do you feel different?
Yes.
How so?
Invisible. No, it's you know what? It is really interesting. It's interesting. Well, I mean, on Sabrina, my character was like, I don't know, 630 years old, so I was fine with age. But I was in my 30s doing it. We would just like add 600 years for our own ages. Like Beth, who is my beloved sister Zelda, I'd be like, "You're 640." Anyway, yes, I find the whole aging thing, it's very, it's strange. It's a very strange phenomenon.
But she's a cool grandma.
I'm a cool grandma.
Yeah.
But I have a 10-year-old, so it's weird. Like my own child is 3 years younger than the grandchild. Yeah.
That's why you got to wear the wig, though.
You've got a whole thing going on that you know how to use this, and then you put it down. Yeah. And then you use it, and then you put it, okay.
You know why? Because I'm an affirmer. So when you're talking, I'm always like, yep, mm-hmm. And nobody wants to hear that. So I put it down.
Isn't that a very polite tradition in Japan that you sort of confirm that you're listening to someone that way? I thought that. Clearly, no one knows.
I didn't know. I just nodded and affirmed you.
You did. I like that you affirm.
I want you to feel welcome
What
here.
day is your birthday?
February 18th. I'm
you're
an
up.
Aquarius Pisces cusp.
Yes, you are.
What are you?
I'm a very bossy person. No.
Capricorn?
Okay, have you never been to a live performance? Any of the people watching? They're staring at me, I tell you. And 3 of them I brought myself, okay? I'm an Aries.
Oh, I love
But
Aries.
I'm
Fire.
I'm so I created a line of astrological cards to help the signs communicate. That's why I asked you. And
This
Aquarian.
is my favorite conversation to have.
Oh, well
so
then-
we're about to go real off the rails.
Okay, we covered this.
Just watch this show.
I have a show at Vinegar Hill in Arundel, July 20th, and now I will be taking your astrological questions.
Oh my God.
No, they're called Caro signs, and they'll be available July 20th at the Vinegar Hill. Yeah, I just started them. So they're to a sign or from a sign, and the one that is from Aquarius says, "I prefer you in concept over reality."
That's fair.
Yeah.
We're kind of a pain in the ass.
Which basically means I prefer dogs over people. Just a little bit. Yeah. And Aquarians are quite brutal. They can go in like a little spiritual like surgeon and go, "I know what's wrong." And then you pull it out and you forget that it's attached to humans and feelings.
Oh my God, I feel like you know me.
Woo!
You're in my head.
My daughter's always like, "You just played a witch. You're not a witch." I'm like, I identify as witch, okay?
Did that make you more interested, though, in
I think does that make you more interesting? I'm like, I don't think so, no. Apparently not.
Witches are inherently more
I
interesting.
don't know. You know what? I was always obsessed with astrology. The Pisces one is good. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding we had that you caused. Love Pisces. Because they're Pisces aggressive.
They're so sensitive, too.
Ugh, boo-hoo. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of Pisces in my life.
I had my last boyfriend was a Cancer in many ways. Good night, everybody. And we were in a long-distance relationship. I lived in New York, and he lived in the past.
Can't let it go.
You see, they're all astrological jokes. Any other questions, or shall I just tell you about every sign?
I can ask you.
I can't
What's the sign you get along with the most?
Well, I dated 3 Geminis, all born June 10th.
Ooh, God bless you.
Triplets, but still. Each one more annoying than the last. No. Is it possible for someone to turn off the internet and switch channels? They're like, "Oh my gosh, what's on Google?" Stop it.
Dating 3 Geminis is like dating 6 people.
Exactly.
Right.
They're tricky little beasts. The Gemini one is, dear Gemini, A, you're the best, B, you're the worst, C, check both. Oh, you do not know. No, my sister's a Gemini. You don't know.
All 3 of my sisters are Geminis. I do
But
know.
it's only one?
No, I've she's got like 18
Wait a
personalities.
minute, there's 4 people in your family and they're all air signs?
I have 3.
Has anyone ever finished a sentence? My father was an Aquarius and he would do this. Girls, the most important thing in life is one thing. And if you remember that one thing, everything will be fine. I go, Daddy, what's the one thing? What? What thing is that? I go, the one thing in life, if you know it, everything will be fine. What is it? I drift, yeah, in the middle, just drift off.
We're kind of a flighty brood, you know. It's
Yeah.
all right.
And my mother would think the first sentence and only say the second. And now, yeah. Well, have you found it? And you're like, I need a noun of some kind. I don't know what it is that I'm looking for to have found. Well, we've got to get going or we will be late. I'm like, where are we going? Yeah.
What's her sign?
My mother was a Cancer.
Ah.
Very sensitive. Yeah, very sensitive. Yeah, Cancer women are amazing. They're super intuitive. They're wonderful. Cancer men, babies.
These women are also very intuitive, sensitive, but very intuitive.
You know what? Let's just face it. Women are intuitive, okay?
In
When
general.
I think there's nothing funnier than a man thinking he's lying to you and we don't know exactly what's going on. No, seriously, you look at a man, you're like, okay, there's a hair on your shoulder. It's not my color. I know you've been out with someone else. Like, and they're so like, ooh, yeah.
That was a really specific reference.
It was,
Yeah.
and I wasn't flashing back to him. Yes, I was. And
I love having this conversation with you. Is your stand-up anything like this? Because
no, my stand-up is all medical based. No, of course, I just diagnose people. No, of course it is. I have a question for you. I want to know about the Swipey Devices because you're famous. So how do you do it?
Oh,
Are you a full?
How do I
are you-
date?
No, like, are you doing the swipey things?
I swipe.
You
yeah.
swipe?
I swipe often. Yes.
Okay, my beautiful friend
Lots
Tracy.
of lefts, though. Lots of left swiping.
Because you left them behind
Because
and
I'm like,
they're
no.
right for you? Is
'Cause
that
I'm
what
like,
it is?
All Geminis, no.
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 A lot to the left.
There's just like a
so
lot
what
of
makes you swipe to the right?
sense of humor, height, personality. You can tell all of that from one
That
picture.
is really funny. Sense of humor, height, and personality.
You can tell all that
They've
from the
got to
photo.
be tall.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's it's just whatever. It's like if you're in a good mood, you swipe more rights. If you're in a bad mood, you're like everybody sucks. That's sort of the
Well,
reality.
my beautiful friend Tracy, I go on her because I can never go on them because if you're famous, you can't really go on them. And I don't want someone's like profile page on Facebook saying, you know, I hooked up with Aunt Hilda and it was magical. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
But why
That
don't you
can't
want
ever
that?
happen to me. So no, that's not going to
I
happen.
don't understand why that's a bad thing.
Why would that be a bad thing? Oh no, it's like yeah. Anyway, Tracy had like a gazillion likes, and I was just like this, like no. A lot of them, it looked like a tear sheet from like Law and Order: The Killers. Like it just a lot of them. I was like, yeah. So I just said no. It's fun. It's a vicarious thrill to swipe for someone else.
It is way more fun to swipe for someone else. It is
Yeah.
a stressful exercise to swipe for yourself. Like it's not fun after a
Oh,
while.
okay, that is how tall and beautiful you are. Like after a while, my arm hurts from the swiping.
It's really just the wrist. It's the wrist. It's just like two.
No. Do you ever just go the wrong way? What about dyslexic people that could end up with the wrong person? Like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I got rid of you. No. Yeah, it could be that.
You know, one reality is power swiping. So if you just want to power swipe right, and then the guys who like you, that you get basically pick and choose, because then whoever
Right.
you match with, then you get to choose if you like them.
Okay,
called power
I'm going to
swiping.
give you all unsolicited advice because people on AOL, they're what, 90, 95?
You're not wrong.
I joke, you see? Ha ha ha. And then ha ha ha. I like in this picture, there's no difference. Because I don't have the glasses. It's just,
It's just the hair color.
I really do love when this show came out, there'd be comments like, I don't get it. Why is Caroline Rhea wearing wigs? What is happening? Like, it's two different characters.
She's playing twins.
Yes, I'm playing. Boy, there was a big difference in that egg delivery.
Long 2 minutes.
Long. She aged a lot. No, here's what I'm going to tell you. The first time you go out with a man, you're just observing him. See how he interacts with the world. See how he treats the waiter. See if he's nice to everybody. You give him this much, nothing more, and let them earn you. There, I've made my statement.
Saying
all of them.
don't sleep with them on the first date.
Wow, I was trying to be so, like, not mention that, and yeah, okay.
I need straightforward advice.
Do not sleep with them on the first date. Please let my daughter just have seen that part. As my
Fine.
cat explodes. If I want to make my daughter really crazy, she's 10, I put my lip liner on outside my lips. She's like, it's not how you do it. This is my daughter's favorite expression right now. How dare you? How dare you? I know, she's Alexis Carrington
Like
from
Victorian.
Dynasty. No, she's just super bossy like her mother. I love
I like
you.
her though. I like the strong personality in a little girl. It's important.
It is important. But it is funny when she's like, you're not wearing that, are you? I'm like, the last person who said that to me was my mother. Yeah, she's very... My mother had one word when we were growing up. Tough! Like if I said, I want to go to the David Cassidy concert, Pam's going, tough! I am not Pam's mother, I am your mother. Now, Ava does that to me. Tough! I am your daughter.
You're raising your mother.
Other way. Yeah. Oh, good. It'll be another show. That'll be my next show. Ava is raising me. It'll be her here, and then me, and then tiny, shrunken Ava Kolker. I mean, come on. You've got to laugh at that. It's like I've got a ventriloquist little doll. She's... Because I had to be superimposed into the picture. Whatever. Ian Kessler is so funny, who plays my son. He's really funny.
The whole show was really funny. I mean, I was an adult watching it, and I laughed out loud, which says something. You know, I think the humor, like you said, is so multi-generational, and it's so relatable
Right.
in so many ways. So,
I think it is relatable. I think you actually believe that we're a family, too.
and it's all happening in the same house too, which I love. So they're living in the same house they did when he was younger, but it's just sort of like changed.
First of all, they have me working at the DMV, and I have like this gorgeous house. Did I buy Apple at 6? Like, how did I afford this house? You know what I did? I bought AOL Time Warner plug.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Okay, good. Really quick about your stand-up show again. You mentioned it. So you're
Okay.
how often are you on the road? When can people see you?
I have like the same publicist as many people in the witness relocation program, and
A lot of shows in Omaha, Nebraska.
and Harriet, my friend, can tell. Okay, my shows, I swear to you, are so much fun because I feel like I'm having a dinner party. There's no food, but you guys are all the ingredients. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see, most of all, I want to see what we have in common because, you know, the world's a little like, you know, separated right now. I want to see what we all have in common. And you're the ingredient. And then I try to make it like, I do a lot of improv, but I have hours of material. My shows often start as a lot of fun, and then they slowly morph into hostage situations where people are like, it's been an hour and I want to go. But Harriet will tell you that, like, I don't go on the road that much because I'm working, but when I do, they're super fun shows. Harriet, are they not? She's seen me many times.
Says they're fun shows.
So I live in Maine in the summertime, and I am performing at this place called Vinegar Hill, which is this gorgeous renovated barn. Oh, that doesn't sound gorgeous, but it is. It's really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful, and it's a really fun place to perform. And I just do a show once a year there. But then on the road, I'm going to start. I'm considering getting a website. No, I'm kidding.
Squarespace.
You know what? June Ambrose stole my verified Caroline Rhea on Instagram, and she can't remember what password she used. So now I have Caroline Rhea, the number 4 in real. No, June Ambrose has mine. Yeah.
Like as a joke?
No,
she did that?
No, she was trying to help me, and then she couldn't remember. So June, the likelihood of you being on AOL right now is none. But if anyone can tell, yeah, I know.
June, just click forgot password and reset it.
Thank you.
They make it really easy.
Yeah, I know. That's embarrassing.
I
Yeah.
can help her. I'll just connect us.
I'm also learning to cut and paste, so I'm very excited. You guys are
You know, there's shortcuts. Control V helps.
Control V.
Yeah, on the.
I think that's what you need with the swiping. Hello.
You told me not on the first date.
No controlling the V on the first
Not
date.
on the first date.
No. Do not control the V for several dates. And never let them control the V, okay?
That's impossible. I have full ownership. Small business. What's even happening right now? I hope my mom's not watching. Well, let's go to
You know
questions.
what? That's going to be your good book, Control the V.
Control the V.
Only 12 of us will get it, but it's fantastic.
But what's the tagline under that? Control the V. How to find love by swiping right. You know what I mean? Like, what's the...
Right. Control the... Oh, we have to have a follow-up?
I think so.
I always buy the book because I think it's going to be interesting. I don't buy the book for the follow-up. Control the V. There's a bad thing going through my head now.
You should say it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't. Are there any questions that are more peachy?
Yes.
I'll think of something.
At Edward is the man wants to know, will there be a Sabrina the Teenage Witch reunion on the show?
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be
But
a weird
here's the thing.
crossover, though.
Every show in the 90s got remade, but then The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the graphic novel, is a mega hit on Netflix. So we do have reunions, usually at one of our houses or perhaps a Starbucks, but you're all more than welcome to come. Yeah, we would love to do that. We would love to do that. We all love each other, so.
The new show is fantastic. How has that impacted your kind of fandom at all? Or have people now discovered the original Sabrina? Or
Yes, a lot of them have.
yeah.
That show is fantastic, but it's terrifying. And after The Sleep Demon, I'm like, I can't watch this, and I could not let Ava watch it. The only thing that bugs me is that she hashtags Aunt Hilda. I'm like, 2.0. Okay, 2.0. I am the original. But I love Lucy Davis. I just think it's sort of their names, but it's got nothing to do with the original show.
No, it's a completely,
Completely different.
I used to watch the original show, and I
Yeah.
checked out this new one, and it's great, but like Madam Satan scares the shit out of me.
Okay.
So, it's a different approach. We can curse here.
Okay, I didn't know
The
that.
internet. You can do
It
anything on the
just
internet.
still feels funny to be able to do that.
Oh, you
Yeah.
wanna get one out of your system if you just.
No effing way. Are you allowed
Close.
to do that?
It's close.
I spelled it EPHING, so you didn't know what I did. Okay. No effing while controlling the V.
It's a bestseller. I'm telling you, we're working.
It is a bestseller.
We're getting close to something.
You know what? I
Great.
want to name my show business book. I ate all my prop food because when you're in a meal, you're supposed to be like, and I didn't know, like you just fake it, right? And I'd be like, I need another steak, and I'm gonna throw up. I've had like 4 steaks. Didn't know you're not supposed to eat them. Everyone else would be like, I'm like, 4 steaks, 84 Weight Watchers points that day.
I'm laughing so hard because those shoots are like 10 hours long, so you really are eating.
You
like
are. You're
4
eating
steaks.
4 steaks. We joined Weight Watchers, a group of friends of mine and I, and it's so hilarious because I do it for like 2 days and then I forget about it. I've had more welcome back messages from them. Like every day, welcome back! Welcome back! Welcome back! Okay, it's the same day, and I've had 3 messages. I'm like, goodbye! I'm not doing it today. I do Weight Watchers on Wednesdays. That's the one I signed up for. Anyway, welcome back! You get them too.
Back. Who has the question?
Oh, really? That's it? One person from the internet had a question. That was it. No problem.
It's me.
Oh, it's you. Hello.
One, you look beautiful, and
Thank you. So do you. I love your dress.
Thank you, and you're hilarious.
Thank you very much.
You're known by Aunt Hilda by a
Yes.
lot of people.
Yes.
But you've done plenty of stuff since then.
Yes.
So what's your favorite character to be recognized while you're out and about in the street?
Well, I got to say, like, I just answer to Aunt Hilda as much as I answer to Mummy from my own daughter because I've heard it for 23 years. Like, there's not a day that does not go by where someone goes, Aunt Hilda. And when I was in England, when the show was on, a bus driver, a double-decker bus driver pulled up. He's like, Aunt Hilda, get in. I'm like, what? What? I've been called witch in every language. Mostly just by that one cancer guy I was telling you about. But I did a show called Sordid Lives, where I played Nolita Nethercott, and I really loved that character. And she was really, and I like being, and I'm Linda Flynn Fletcher on Phineas and Ferb. Sorry. One time in like the 90s, my mother and I were, I can't tell you this story, but
Please do.
oh God.
Anything that makes you laugh that hard before you even tell it, I think I need to hear.
No, anyway, I was just walking down the street and a policeman had seen my act last night and I had told a sex joke and he said to my mother and I were walking down and he said, "Hey, great sex joke, Caroline." Like, and my mother just said, "Did that man just say you had great sex with him last night?" And this is my mother. She goes, "You are your mother's daughter." That's what my mother said. My mother had the best expressions. She would say things like, "You look like an unmade bed." Doesn't that say a lot? Okay, anything else?
I'm good.
No?
Thank you.
You're good. Thank you. I have a total, for the rest of my life, I will love your millennial generation because when you were little, you would come up to me and ask me questions like, "Do you remember the episode?" And now I'd be like, "No." But at the time, I filmed it yesterday, or they'd be like, how do they get the magic to work? And, they were just, and now you're like grown up, and it's weird when it's like the doctor. And they're like, okay, where does it hurt? Was the cat real? And you're like, do you really want to ask me that? No, it was not real. It was played by an alcoholic rabbit wearing a hairpiece. Anyway, hello.
Hello. Okay, so I'm not going to ask the episode questions.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I do have to say, I'm a Leo, and I'm really into astrology, so I'm definitely getting your
Okay,
card.
the Leo card is, oh, dear Leo, I passed a mirror, and it made me think of you.
Oh.
Because
Well,
I really like the way they look.
You know.
The Leos
us.
really like the way they look.
And every Leo right now is like, we do.
We
Yeah,
do.
we do.
We really do.
You do.
But my question is, since you guys go back and forth between the 90s and now, what's your favorite 90s trend, fashion or otherwise, that you want to incorporate now?
Well, apparently I was a 90s football player in this particular thing because we have the most amazing costume designer, but this is maybe the worst outfit ever. I literally want to go, could we not? She puts me I work at the DMV, so I did not dress like this in the 90s. The shoulder pads make me laugh. One time I was working in the 90s at a little daycare center for like 2 days for my friend, and I had big shoulder pads in, and this little girl, she was hilarious. She came up and she had like her long, long hair, and she'd say, "Are those stay-free maxi pads in your shoulder?" Like, no. That's where she would keep them. What was you're too little. What year were you born?
No, I was actually born in 1990, so I actually watched
What?
Sabrina. Yes, can you believe it?
Oh my
It's a
God.
little thing.
You should
It's a
start a
little thing.
skincare product.
I know, right?
You look really young. Wait, I can't even do the math. So you're 29?
I am 29.
So you're in Saturn's return, 28 to 32, all the little mini things in your life. Don't get married quite yet. It is, you know what?
Tough years.
Yeah.
Figuring out what you want to do in life in your 20s is hard enough, and then figuring out how you're going to do it. And then you have to separate, like, my parents are not going to take care of me forever. Their income is apparently just theirs now, and I have to make my own. I do. I think I feel for you guys at that age.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
You are? You look very young.
Thank you.
Well, that is very young.
Yeah.
I started
All right.
Sabrina at 32.
Really? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I know.
Such a good time. But yeah, that 29 to 32 is rough, I think.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Good luck, little Leo.
Everybody's telling
Yeah.
me good luck. for
I
that.
know.
you get
That's
out
a
of it, it's
terrible
great.
thing to say. Good luck. Do you know when after I had my daughter, I was trying on a bathing suit? It was called the Miracle Suit, which I thought was an offensive title anyway. Like, it'll be a miracle if this fit. Like I just thought it was rude. Anyway, I was trying on the bathing suit, and the woman yells in the dressing room, "Good luck!" Like, who says that? Trying on a bathing suit. Good luck. What is it? Scratch and win? No. Anyway, good luck. Only fire signs. Don't date a water sign. They'll kill your joy. Next.
To know.
I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll water down your spirit with tears. Okay.
That's true. I used to date a Pisces. Lots of tears.
A lot of tears.
Not mine.
Yeah, I know. I would always say to my boyfriend, could I just once be the person crying at the dog commercial? Once?
Okay, remind us when your cards come out because I want them.
Okay, my cards are called Caro Signs, and they're going to come out. You can start ordering them the end of July.
Okay.
And every month, a different charity will be the benefactor of a percentage of the cards. And my friend is here. They work with the Gloria Gemma Foundation in Rhode Island, which takes care of women who are going through cancer. And I lost my mom to breast cancer, so I don't want anyone else to lose their mother to that disease. So I just, whatever I can do to give money to charity.
I love that. And you're helping Zodiac Compatibility, which I think
I
is
want
also,
the world to get along a little bit better.
I think more people would get along if they knew other people's signs. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You're changing the world.
Thank you. Finally. One wig at a time. One wig at a time.
You can check out these wigs, guys.
Yeah, my
on
wigs.
Sydney to the Max. It airs Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern on Disney Channel and Disney Now.
And then another 600 times because it's the Disney Channel.
Over and over again.
It will be, yeah. You'll be like, I saw this episode 72 times already. Well, the 73rd time is when it's magic. You can still watch Sabrina. Yes. You can still watch Sabrina. You can watch Sorted Lives. You can watch Phineas and Ferb. But you can watch me live at Vinegar Hill on July 20th. Do you see how I did that?
Give it up for Caroline
Thank
Rhea,
you
guys.
so much.